Alright, we'll go ahead and get started here. Welcome, gamers, streamers, spacefarers. We're gonna make our way today to our starting point for Saturday, and then we won't have any more Elite Dangerous until Saturday. This is the beginning of our 4-month expedition Saturday, and I am one of the fortunate few that their real launching point is 17,000 light years away from where I am now. So I'm going to get to where we're meeting up for the departure, and then Saturday we'll do a long stream to get to our launching point. So we're departing from the same system. We're going to get there right now, tonight, hopefully. It might not even take a few jumps. This may be a short stream. I haven't plotted it yet. But let's hang out. Let's have fun. If we see anything cool on the way, we'll stop.
If you want to help the good guys get even,
I don't.
You in the market for a new weapon?
It's always worth checking, a new weapon.
None of these guns will let you down.
I'm pretty well suited to do what I need to do. I just like to look. Alright. My station never has anything. My home station just kind of bullies me around.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. We're going to do some final flight checks before we go. I know that's super not exciting. But we got to do final flight checks before we go. I don't want to leave without everything I have and everything I want on that boat. There's no way I'm doing it. So, it's worth me using my time for that. I may even have stuff on here that I don't want anymore. So, we're gonna get this all right now before we go, because this is last chance. I might be able to pick something up on the way, but I'm considering this last chance. So, let's see. Let's check out our outfitting so everybody can see the boat that I'm going to use. That's actually kind of fun. Let's look at our loadout. So, I have nothing. No hard points. I have a point defense, and actually, now that somebody brought this up, I need to see where this thing is. Let's see, that's on the side? Is there one up top? No, there's two on the bottom. So there's one on each side. So yeah, that's going to be as good as I can get for that. My internals. Lightweight alloys. That's my power plant. That's my thruster. That's my engineered frame shift drive. 4D, 60 sensors? Was I going to go smaller than that? Let's go. We'll look at that in a second. I feel like I was going to go smaller than that. Optional internal. Got that. Got my booster. Got that. Got that. Got my auto field. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was thinking about getting rid of this, because I don't know how to use it. And I was going to do repair limpets. But I might keep it for now. Do I have? Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I think I have some stored units. Maybe we can find one later. Sparrow, that's pretty good. That's pretty out of it. That's pretty out of it. That's awesome. Good for you. I guess because I'm full of fuel is why my current jump range is so low. But, let's see, I do want to check one thing. I really did think I had different sensors, but that probably wouldn't make a difference. 64 is good enough. It's 69.5, but current, because of fuel, it's 64.8. Which is funny that my current is less than the minimum. I don't know how that works, but whatever. Yeah, alright, I'm pleased with this. I've got good amount of stuff to make limpids. I've got some, but I should have enough stuff that I can make FSD injections. I can make limpids. I can refill my AFM. I can do my life support. So I'm pretty happy with that. Squire of the Empire. I am currently going to head to our departure point for the expedition. And then Saturday we're going to do a long stream because my departure point and my first system are very far away from each other. So I'll have a long wait before I can even get started. But we're meeting up Saturday for a big farewell with each other, everybody that's on the expedition. And we're going to get together, have one big hurrah, and then we're going to leave. And a few people will actually leave from there or just a few systems out. My starting system is pretty far away from the departure point. So for me to even get started might take me a few hours just to get there. Which, 'tis what it is. But just making sure, basically I'm just making sure I've got everything that I want. That I'm feeling safe, I'm feeling secure. When we get to that port, we will paint it then. And we'll go from there. So we're going to be headed from my home station here. We're going to be headed here. Which is shockingly close. All seems rather anticlimactic now. Let's get there, and then we'll plot our route to our first one, which actually is here. This is my first one. And I've kind of set up a waypoint system from you on the way. Let's do that and try to hit some stuff on the way. Nah. Not yet. We will do that later. So, yep, I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to go here. Is that your monitor? Sorry, I'm not familiar with what exactly that is. Oh, right on. Okay. Damn, what have you been using? Just an older motherboard, or? That's phenomenal. That'll, if you were having any sort of bottlenecking or anything, that'll help a lot.
Go for departure.
That'll be nice. Do you rock an Intel NVIDIA setup, or how does yours run?
Frameshift drive charging.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's pretty damn good. You really can't without going Threadripper or something crazy. Damn. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe by the end of the summer or maybe in a couple weeks, I'll be in that 3070 Ti, and my Ryzen 7 will be, you know, fully working. If that happens, I'm gonna try to sell Scuba my 3060 at a good price, so he doesn't, because he's been looking, but it's been hard. It's hard out here for graphics cards, and I'm sure everyone knows that. I really thought that our starting system would be farther out. This is concerning for me for Saturday now.
System scan complete.
I've done it. That's smart. That's smart. I got my 3060 Ti from... Actually, I got it from Newegg, which was stunning. I got it, like, at release. And I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, Scuba even told me, he was like, how the fuck did you do that? And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even realize how... I didn't know anything about what was going on at the time. I just basically was looking for one and grabbed it. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. I feel like I know what company that was. I remember reading about them. I can't remember now. That's good, though. I'm glad you got it. It's phenomenal. I wish more companies were a little better about stuff like that.
Frameshift drive charging.
It might have been overclockers. It might have been overclockers. Only because then somebody was complaining that they were selling the third-party ones really expensive. But of course, people were going to complain, so.
3, 2, 1.
You'd be proud. I checked in on my base in Rust today, and no one had raided me. I still had all my stuff. I went out and made 2 runs, successful runs, and came back with some stocks and some stuff to build some guns and a pistol. Ooh. Oh, well. We'll honk it anyway. How is that one? Ooh, that's what, 2,400 US? Can't hide money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. What's up with that? This looks weird. Oh, look, there's one that spins. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That's the right thing to do. You know, I mean, I guess it's the right thing to do. I would have done something similar. You're saving for something else. We want to go to Japan. We're on the Japan game. For sure. No, I wouldn't either. And that's about what we spent to go to Scotland a few years ago. So that was a pretty nice trip. Oh, there you go. That's smart. It's real smart. Not far enough. Yeah, you need your next one. That'll be the kicker. Not only will it potentially make you sick, but
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
you get to see how well you do with it. They turned us around fairly quickly. I mean, I had it with right on the like 29th day or whatever. I think I had to because I had to wait 28 days between mine.
Frameshift drive charging.
Sorry, there was a dog. Felt something. Yeah, my first Moderna had no side effects except for the sore shoulder. My second one, I wasn't sick, but I got pretty feverish. I was pretty gross. I didn't like it. I wasn't having a good day. I took the next day off from work just to be sure. And I'm glad I did, because I was okay until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then suddenly I've never had a fever like I had. That was the wild part to me, was how bad my fever was. It was about 36 hours, and I was perfectly fine. And then my arm hurt. Of all things. Sorry, I forgot to look at those biological stuff. And I tell you, we worked on that other system the other night forever. It was crazy. Oh, there it was.
System scan complete.
Hey, I found one. Let's go there. I would like to go to there.
Fuel scooping.
Well, you know, that's the funny thing. What little I know, and what little I've been around the Scots, that's typically the mentality about nearly everything. It's fucking because the fucking Brits, you know, like we can't do anything. Yeah, they're always. I was there. You help me out here, all right? So if I say something wrong, it's not. I don't mean to. My first night there, we were in Glasgow, and we took the train, we took the tube, we took the train, whatever, to downtown from our B&B, and had a good time. We found a restaurant, ate there, kind of hung out there and drank, and then we found like a karaoke bar right near the tube home. And we stayed there, and then everyone all of a sudden, well, we had the best karaoke time ever. And we were singing The Darkness and like Amy Winehouse and just having a good time. And everyone was just so friendly and so nice, and met some of the best people that night. And then on the way home, or on the way back to the Airbnb, we got stopped by this couple, and they were about our age, like they're kind of mid to late 20s, and they were like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Do you want to go hang out? Like, do you have anywhere to go?" kind of thing. And it is super sketch, but they seemed nice enough, so we went to their apartment, to their flat, and they were the nicest people. We sat for like 3 or 4 hours in their house, in their apartment, and basically we talked about their trip to America and our trip to Scotland, and then why we were the way we were, and they were like
Surface
American
50%.
experts, and we were like kind of, Anglophiles in a way. It was interesting how it kind of all worked out.
Complete.
And we had a great time with those folks. And then we ended up, being social media friends and all that stuff. But dude invited me to a football match the next day, and it was the Celts versus somebody. And he said that if I did come, he said, I have a ticket for you. I've got a place for you guys to be, and we can hang out, whatever. But there was something that they would chant, and he said, but when we chant this, you have to say XYZ, or else you probably won't go home with all your teeth. I was like, damn. So we ended up not making it to the thing, but we did see them that night going through the streets of Glasgow, and like chanting and partying and singing and stuff like that. And it was just such an interesting thing, because it's just not something we see very much of. And we had a great time though. But we did the old firm is pretty rough. But we did the kind of ninja vacation, in that we had a flight booked to leave at such and such time from Glasgow, and then we had a return flight, and it was 6 to 7 days later, and we booked the first 2 nights, and that was all we booked. Everything else we just kind of did. We just wing it, and it worked out really well. We ended up not being able to go to the Highlands. Yeah. I understand that wholeheartedly. But those guys were so pro-American, it was bizarre. And it just seemed like it had a lot, not bizarre, it seemed like it had a lot to do with like you said fuck it to the Brits and you got away with it, It's kind of interesting. This is a weird planet. I think I found a good one. And I found some samples. Man, I see all these people, and they find all these biological samples, and they're fucking tall, and they're crazy looking, and I show up and it's like forms of grass. You're like, okay, great. I'm just assuming that this is some of the biological stuff, this weird white spots. I could be wrong. It looks like I am wrong. Let's find out. Same island. Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
I think that's just par for the course. But I mean, I know that there's, not a movement, but Scotland has their own money, and they have their own, kind of parliamentary government, and there's a lot of stuff going on that I think a lot of people kind of don't realize. Like you could get away with being your own country and be okay. So that's kind of the difference there. Oh wow. Well, I should have gone over there, I guess. Shit. Yeah, I think I literally went to exactly the wrong place. I was looking for that white stuff. There it is. So, all right. That was okay. That was kind of a weird thing when we were over there. So it's the Bank of Scotland, right? And the Bank of Scotland had like their own printed notes, and we would go to some places and they'd be like, "Oh, we don't take that Scottish note." We were like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, that's from a bank we don't trust," or something like that. And so like, unless you had a true British pound or a euro, you knew that that would be taken anywhere, or you know, a card. But like, we had some when we first got there at from the airport. They had given us some Scottish ones that were were some Scottish banknotes that they were like, oh yeah, we don't take those. We were like, what?
Landing gear
Oh really? Yeah, I didn't know that. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit there as a tourist and deny it, you know, the shop owners or whatever. But you know, it was weird. I think that's just reflections.
landing gear retracted.
Ah, look at those rocks just pop in. Well, yeah. But it was other Scottish shops saying they wouldn't take the Scottish banknotes. It wasn't. We didn't go to London. We didn't go to England or anything. Pound sterling. Yeah. We kept a few when we came home. But I mean, that'd be like, for us, that example would be like if Texas just decided to start printing their own money. You know, people would be like, no, you can't do that. It does kind of suck that now the biological sites don't show up like they did in Horizons. Honestly, I didn't know they're the other ones, if I'm honest. It shows how cultured I am. But we're trying to learn. I love learning about banking. I also learned that I forgot which. Oh, well, we wrote it down. Just the company, right? I wrote it down, but there was an Asian company or Asian country that one of the antique shop owners. He was married to a guy, and he was running it. And they were telling us like, oh yeah, if you travel to these countries outside, you can always get your Visa in, or like your Visa MasterCard in pounds because they'll take pounds over there. And you're like, oh, that's a good idea. But they don't print their own money. See, that's the difference. Bank of America doesn't print money. Chase doesn't print money. There's only one. There's only one entity that's allowed to print money in America. That's the difference. They can't look different. They can't have different people on it. It's all one federal currency that's produced by the Federal Reserve, which is not run by the government. So yeah, it's wild, but that's the only legal. No, it's not the only legal tender. I shouldn't say that, but that's the American currency. The U.S. dollar is based in the Federal Reserve, so they're the only ones that can print it. Now the government can tell them, "Hey, print more," and they go, "Okay, we'll print more." That's how you control your inflation rates and shit. But yeah, I don't know, different ways of doing it. No big deal. But that's why it was weird for us, because like, you have a 10-pound note and has 5 different faces on it, and you're like, well, which one's real? And they're like, well, they're all real. What? Over here, we just have a racist on ours. That's how you know it's real. Well, I don't see any biological stuff, and I went to the hot spots. says notable signals nearby. Okay, so if I go to contacts? No. Oh gosh, I bet that'd be miserable. Trying to figure out what was real and what was not. Or is there a counterfeit issue? Or do you just use the pins? That's true, especially yours, because yours has a very specific feeling. Ours have so many old notes still in rotation. You have a mix of the ones that feel more like cloth versus the one that feels more like paper. Where there is such a specific feeling to Canadian and European banknotes that it's pretty obvious, and it would be hard to replicate. Yeah. So what are you gonna do when you finally do get to Japan in the next couple years? Anything specific you want to do there? Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah. Eliminate that best you can. Why bother? I carry a little bit, but just in case. I've had a debit card for, fuck, 20 years, so. Well, pretty planet, but I don't see any biological signals or any biological stuff. That's awesome. That's the best way to go. I'm telling you, go hang out. Have a good time. Meet some people. Make them take you somewhere cool. Wreck your car. That's what we did. We'll end up there in a few years. Same thing. No real huge thing. We do have an inn, and as far as like somebody that's been there quite often, and he gave us some recommendations of if you go, you know, this time of year, you'll want to see this. If you go this time of year, you'll want to see that. But he said most of the time, he's like, just go make some friends if you can. Just going out for the food. See, I'm fond of the climate where you are. It's too hot where I am. Well, I guess it depends on where in Scotland, but. Oh yeah, we were there in October, and October in Scotland was like, it feels like it's 3 p.m. all day long, and it's kind of cold. And we were like, this is perfect. I like it rainy, I like it frosty. But I mean, technically, oh yeah, I can see that. That is that mentality. I have a buddy, a good friend of mine. He lives in Vegas now, but he has kind of that similar mentality. Which actually, what little interaction I've had with you, you remind me of him. He's a good guy. Y'all have similar jokes. Which is a good thing, by the way. That's not an insult. Alright, well, I can't find any biologicals. Pretty planet, though. Prettier than I expected. Well, we'd also we were pretty drunk. We were just really excited that the train was free on Sunday nights at the time to get people home. Oh, you would have laughed at how long it took us to figure out that, like, we could just pay the train man later. Like, you could get on, not pay the guy, but you just couldn't leave the station without paying. Like, we had no clue how any of that worked, and it was so funny. We spent 25 minutes trying to find enough, like, change to get on the damn thing. Till finally someone was like, what do you want this for? And we told them. And they were like, oh, no, you just get on. And then at the end, you can pay. You have to pay before you walk out the gate. And we were like, oh. We had no clue. But that was our first international trip. So we figured we should at least go somewhere where we can read the signs. Before we tried an Asian trip. Alright, well, let's make our next jump. This is... entertaining, but I don't see what I want out of it. Makes sense. I mean... We just don't have public transportation here. I mean... My state is as big as your country. And, like, we just don't have that. Like, we have... You can skip the conductor before they... Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We just don't have the same thing. Like, hell, we have 3 cars between the 2 of us. And the tractor. I mean, it's just like... At one point, we had 5. And, I mean, it's just, everybody has a vehicle. Everybody drives everywhere. And it's just terrible. And the fact that we don't have roundabouts is ridiculous. That was my favorite thing. Exactly, they're gonna go anyway. But we I don't know. The fact that we don't have more roundabouts pisses me off. That might have been my like 3rd favorite thing about that country. Was like how roundabouts everywhere, and they were so easy, and it was just nice. Just kept everything flowing. Alright. Yeah, let's go. Mask locked. Can't find what I'm looking for. Well, I thought this would be a few thousand light years to go tonight, but it turns out it was only 200, so that was like nothing for me. It was 4 jumps, so I've already made it there. It's the next jump away.
Frameshift drive charging.
Whatever.
4, 3, 2.
Well, I wrecked my rental car while I was there, so no big deal. Driving on the right-hand side of the, or on the right-hand side of the car was a weird feeling. Because every time I wanted to look at my rearview mirror, I looked up and to my right. Well, that's not there. That's the sky now. My rearview mirror is here. And I just didn't quite have the size right. I was in this little bitty Peugeot, man. I never driven a Peugeot before. And driving a stick, and now I'm using my left hand for the stick. That was shockingly easy. That wasn't hard. What got me, though, was just knowing the size of the roads and the size of that vehicle. But oh, that's nice. That's super nice. We went and saw the Kelpies, and we went to Stirling Castle. We went to a few other castles. We did spend some time in Edinburgh, which was fun. And we were there during Halloween, so like everybody was dressed up. We went and did a Halloween pub quiz. At the time, I was hosting pub quiz here in where I live, and so I was doing market research to do pub quizzes. Yeah. No, the one in Stirling, where Braveheart and all that stuff. Oh, did they really? I didn't know that. I haven't seen too many of those, so I don't know much about it. I know people like it. That's about it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, truly. I don't. If somebody loves it, that's great. If not, whatever. I have not read any of the books, so I'm not attached to it in that way. I'm too old for it, if you ask me, for like when it came out. And that was just for me. It wasn't for me. Now, Doctor Who, one of my favorite things in the world. X-Files, favorite thing in the world. You know, I love kaiju films. Like I love that's what I'm into. I was never into the. No, that's true. I can see that. It's nice that it's always, and it's worldwide. It's international, that's for sure. So. We stayed for a pub quiz in Sterling, too. At a little tavern. It was pretty fun. We couldn't get over... So I guess there's just a cultural disconnect or difference where we went to that little tavern pub, and we were sitting at the bar drinking, and then we asked if we could have dinner, and they said absolutely, and they like made us go to a table, which was such a strange thing for us because we're like, why are you gonna make us go to a table? And they're like, we don't have to, but I mean, there's an open table right there, and you can just eat. Like, the guy was really nice, trying to tell us, like, you know, you don't have to, but like, will you please? It was very, very funny. Just the way that he was like, just go ahead and do it, please. Okay. So we did. I thought that said Avocado Horizons. You know, Avocado Horizons. That was apparent during Halloween. There was Harry Potter stuff everywhere, and everything was Harry Potter. So yeah, we noticed. Oh man! However, on the Halloween night pub quiz, we were killing it. 10 rounds, round 7, we hadn't missed maybe one. We were way out in the lead. And then round 8 was a music round, and it had a bunch of music from the fucking islands. And I was like, what is this we had no clue what any of it was. It was the funniest thing to just be so clueless about the music. We were like it wasn't like trad music, you know what I'm saying? It was like UK pop music. We were like, I have no clue what any of this is. After that we were done because we lost that whole round. I like the kind of music that I play. So I like a few different types of music. Let's be honest. Like, I like trad music, like Celtic Irish trad. I like American traditional music, which is considered old time music. I don't love bluegrass music, which is like the daughter of old time music. I'm really I like thrash metal, and I like really good epic like metal. Like, there's some Italian bands that do it like with a full orchestral soundtrack and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. And then I mean, I like rock and roll, you know. Oh, cool. I like having treats. I mean, I like rock and roll. I love The Darkness. I love 3 Inches of Blood. I love, you know, stuff like that you can kind of get behind and see that there's a bit of an attitude to it. But of the Cid, I don't know. It does not strike a bell right off the tap. So I would say no. But then that might change if you show them to me. This is a pretty station.
extracted. Landing gear deployed.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be fun. There's a few out there that do something similar. Maybe not heavy metal, but flogging Molly, those types, you know. But yeah. Yeah, please do. Or I'll look them up later. Nice. I'm going to turn off my desktop audio so nobody can hear it. I don't want to get DMCA'd. I love the look of them. The piano is surprising. That top comment, though. Has kind of a house sound, too, though. I know y'all can't hear this, but I have to turn it off or else I'll get flagged, but... Now, I don't hear the heavy metal in this one, but I definitely hear the Celtic influences, obviously. But, I hear more like a EDM trance kind of thing. But that's just my ears, you know. Oh, sorry. All right, all right. Let's move over. Let's move to Iridium then. Yeah, that's funny. I was thinking, man, yeah, okay. We have different definitions. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. If anyone's still following along at home. Here, Sparrow, I've got one for you. You're gonna laugh about this. I'm gonna let this play for a minute because I want to hear it. But I'll play something directly after this that we actually can listen to together. Now, so yeah, that's more of that, kind of techno EDM metal. Like that's not industrial metal, but like a dance metal. Like that's not bad. I mean, the guitar player is good. The bagpipe player is good. I mean, yeah, I could get behind that. Let me see if I can find this. Here you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. So this is kind of amped up. So the audio is not great. So this is an old band of mine. That's silly shit. That's from years and years and years ago. But anyway, let's see. All right, what I want to do? We're gonna paint our boat. Oh, absolutely, yeah. We used to have a good time, man. We truly did. That all wasn't the best audio quality, but we put out one record. It was fine. It was fine. Completely adequate. All originals except for maybe one cover tune on that. But we got to play Floyd Fest, which was about... See, that year it was 100,000 people, which was cool. It was the first one that sold out. Obviously, because we were there. It's why that happened. It wasn't because of the other, 6 artists who were international touring acts. It's because we were there. But anyway, now I want to brag. See, I was playing mandolin on that one, but... I forgot how good my voice used to sound, though. That was good. Sad thing is, I think I was smoking at the time. Jeez, this station's garbage, too. Have you noticed this? All the stations are garbage. And you'd think they'd at least randomize it. Let me see if I still have pizza. Oh no, my leg.
You look like a decent shot.
I'm not a decent shot. I'm a terrible shot.
Please. Need a weapon upgrading. So what are you after today? None
I don't
of
know.
these
What do you
guns will let
have?
you down.
Oh, you're not gonna have anything. Nope. Nice thing is, anybody that doesn't have one can get one before we take off. So that's good. Nothing good. Alright, well, goodbye, sir.
You know where to find me.
I guess... Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I say I've seen it in a lot of them, but you've been to more stations than I have. Is it on all of them? Because like the first time I really noticed it was back at my home station. I haven't noticed it on every single one. I wonder if it doesn't have something to do with like if you're in the Empire or Federation or like something like that. I don't know. Or maybe they do try to randomize it just as an on-off. It is all of them? Okay, yeah, see that's... The cracks are showing, if you know what I mean. That's a shame. Yeah, may as well, right? Oh, there's a material trader here. Woo, that's good, right? Or is that not? No, he's a fucking encoded material trader. Shit. I'm close enough. I may as well try to find like a actual one because I have so much stuff that I can trade down for. There are a lot of weird stuff, you know? And I feel like all I really want is, like, normal stuff. Like, what do I need for these? I've got everything, but... maybe I should just keep it all. I'm not maxed out in anything, but I can do it a few times, and... I want that. I want to be able to... make limpids, which is iron and nickel. So I should make plenty of nickel. Yeah. And I can find that on the way. I don't need that. Okay, how's my refill on this? I'm fine. It's clean there. Yeah. Alright, so who do we think this is? Is this Federation? It's independent. I'm telling you, they're clean. I mean, I hope you're not messing with me. I thought I noticed that one of them was really clean. I'm not gonna be mad, don't worry, but I hope you're not messing with me. I'm gonna go check out these other two systems, or the other two docks, to see what they have. Oh shucks. And then I'm gonna come back, and then I did what I wanted to do tonight, so I guess that's all we're gonna do. Damn.
Shift detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Good enough. Cleaner is better. Do you play mouse keyboard, or do you play like a HOTUS type setup, or HOSIS or anything like that? Where has John been? How do you like it with the so you use with the twin sticks? I hear that's kind of nice. I hear that's real nice. Because it controls a little bit more like a you can make it do this a lot easier. Keep the nose where you want it and move the ass end around.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. See, I can do it. It's just not as easy. I have that second analog stick on the throttle. You can do what? Matt. That's good. That's real good. Huh. Yeah. Huh. That's a good program. And it works with the new DualSense? That's smart. That's real smart. Yeah, my biggest issue is with this game is that, let's say if I were to go load into Horizons right now, it would negate all my keybinds, and I have to keep constantly reload my keybinds. Yeah, I had to do mine 100% custom only because for some reason mine didn't like my any of my peripherals. Even though I use a Thrustmaster T16000M for my throttle, I have a VKG or VKB or whatever, Guardian or whatever the fuck it is. It recognized it as a joystick, but it didn't recognize any of the buttons or anything like that. So I had to go in and customize the entire thing, button by button, which, whatever. I bet it did. Oh, I meant to do a celebrate. Damn, I'll do it here in a second when I loaded the dock. We got a off-stream follow, so I wanted to make sure that we gave them credit. It's target hostile. Right, so it's dual purpose. Yeah. That is nice. The one cool thing that I like about this joystick, fight stick, whatever, the throttle's fine. I actually did a I think it is. It's a very cool dock. I did a video for a modification that I made on a 3D printed sled for this throttle, and then constructing this fight stick. it's got a dual stage trigger, which is very, very nice.
Docking request granted.
It's very nice. So I can have a partial trigger pull, and that's my primary fire. And then I have a full trigger pull, and it's my primary and secondary fire. And if I want to just do secondary fire, I have a button for that. It's kind of nice. So let's see. So I can kind of... Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's the only reason I upgraded it. So see, I can kind of do like what you're doing. Like, keep my nose at something. It's just not as nice. I could definitely see where a twin stick would do that better than what I just did.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
Let's go see if they're dirty. Yeah. So, I wish... I've technically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sticks between the throttle and the flight stick. If you consider the stick one of them, then the stick has one here, one here, and one way over here. And then the throttle has one where when you're holding it, it's your index finger. But it's not... Yeah, see, I think that throttle would be the issue. Hey, look at this. Look at this. I mean, one little notebook, a couple little trays. This isn't bad. Cool Doc's got it all. No garbage. Damn. A package for delivery?
If you're not afraid of a little heat, I've got a job that needs doing.
If you want to help the good guys,
It's like somebody got in a fight down there. It's so quiet without the music playing.
Weapons, upgrade, something catches your eye. None of these guns will let you down.
Not a single one of these guns will let you down. I guess that's true. They're all as expected.
Maybe next time.
I'm really in trouble here. Help?
No.
Want to use your gun to do some good?
No.
What can I get you?
Somebody made a funny
I'm
point
desperate here. Can I
that
help?
Yeah.
this game, like,
You need some meds. If you don't mind doing a little light trespassing, I could have a job for you. Uh-huh.
that it forces you to become a murder hobo. Damn. Pick that shit up. I mean, that's not too bad. Let's see if they have anything good here. I'm interested if they had a, Oh, thank you, Restream. Oh, that's right, that's what I was gonna do. Let's see. Somebody dropped in while I wasn't around. Gave us a follow, so we'll repeat that. Tiny Blue Robot. I know you're not here, but thank you.